People who have stayed in a relationship after their partner cheated. What was it like after? I was with my now ex-girlfriend for over 3 years and our relationship was perfect. We shared everything with each other and hung out together a lot. Little did I know, I was the only one who thought the relationship was perfect. One fateful day I started noticing my girlfriend was hiding her phone from me. If we were eating dinner, her right hand would always be on her phone. She would flinch if I tried reaching for the salt, and would say no if I asked to take her phone for a photograph. At first I didn't think much of it, but after weeks of that stuff repeating, anxiety filled my heart and I started getting suspicious. Eventually I couldn't take it anymore and ended up checking her phone one night when she was asleep. What I found truly broke my heart. She'd been texting her coworker, and that wasn't even the worst of it. She told them things about her personal preferences in the bedroom in more detail than she'd ever told me. She even told them that I couldn't fulfill her desires because I didn't turn her on enough. I was baffled by this because she had never communicated with me about this. I was willing to try anything to satisfy her, but she just chose to retort to cheating instead. It hurt me even more that she'd apparently been faking her attraction to me and every climax she had with me was a fake one. I just couldn't believe it and left the house immediately. I ended up crying in my car for an hour before calling my best friend to explain everything that was going on. The thing is, my best friend is a girl and she has a very evil personality. She doesn't take poop from anyone and strongly believes in payback. She was furious with what my girlfriend did and insisted that I had to take revenge before dumping her away. We talked for a while and came up with a sinister plan. I was going to expose her cheating to her religious family, but not before filling her with guilt over what she had done to me. My bestie ordered some lust pills for me, the same ones that she uses herself for when she needs to relieve stress. The nutrient profile in them meant that she was always relaxed throughout the act, especially in her final moments. I told my girlfriend about the pill and told her I wanted to try it out. When the lust pills arrived, she took them twice a day for a week. Then, I went to visit my girlfriend and it was obvious we were both desperate for each other. I grabbed her by the waist and she wrapped my legs around me as I carried her to my room. I threw her on the bed and I was desperate to ruin her. We made out for a few minutes and I started going down on her. Usually, she liked this, but as I had discovered, it didn't quite make her finish. But this time, she was showing way more enjoyment than usual. She was moaning so loud that I had to put my hand over her mouth to prevent my neighbors from hearing. She was arching so much and writhing under me. She ended up finishing about 10 minutes later, and those minutes felt like an eternity. As she was finishing, I kept going, and because of the pills, she was extra sensitive. She was moaning so loud, but I never stopped my tongue work. After she finished, her legs shook for a good 15 minutes and she was breathing like she had just run a marathon. I smirked at her and asked her if I turned her on more than her coworker. She was so out of it and looked at me in shock. I grabbed my things, including the lust pills, and left her home while she was still sweaty from finishing so many times and couldn't chase after me. She spammed my phone for days after, begging for me back and said she could explain. Meanwhile, I collected the evidence I had taken from her phone and sent a very detailed email to her parents. Now, I'm just waiting for the chaos to happen while ignoring the apology texts from her, asking me to use the pills again. Edit. For those asking where to find the lust pills, it's the first result on Google. They come in a pink bottle.